things.
So before we continue on with our analysis and commentary, the experts, both Democrat and Republican, we're talking about those who deal with governmental ethics, both agree that based on what was given to us in that press conference, it is insufficient in avoiding conflicts of interest because it is not a blind trust. It is his family who will now directly deal with his businesses, and he's not going to divest.
No.
And so already, I mean, come on, he's essentially not doing anything. He's just essentially saying, I'm stepping away, I'm letting my kids deal with it. Yeah, but you're closely dealing with your kids, not just on business-related matters, but he's already proven on governmental-related matters, right? Having his kids sit in on phone calls with world leaders and things like that. Now, keep in mind, he is about $1.8 billion in debt, outstanding debt, based on his companies, all the different industries and companies that he's involved in, right? And that spans through about 150 companies. He's not full owner of all of these companies, but he's at least 30% owner in the companies that we're talking about right now. This is according to an investigative report by the Wall Street Journal. This is a big deal because if you're dealing with a president who has outstanding debt with all of these institutions that he is supposed to regulate, well, there's a conflict of interest there because it's likely that he would probably want to strike a good deal and not regulate them so he can get the deal that he wants. So that's a possibility, by the way. That's not something that's already happened. That's something that could potentially happen if these conflicts of interest remain in place.
Yeah.
There was also an interesting statement in the last video that we played where she said Donald Trump should not be expected to destroy his businesses to become president, right? But we know it's in the Constitution, the Emoluments Clause, which no one has ever heard about prior to Trump becoming president, let's keep it real, specifically states that as a federal official, you can't have these types of conflicts of interest. They think that it doesn't apply to the president, okay? Which, by the way, unfortunately, when it comes to this issue, we don't have a lot of court rulings, a lot of study, and a lot of precedent.
Yeah.
However, I think based on a lot of experts and their interpretation of what the Constitution says, yeah, this goes against the Emoluments Clause. So when you become president, it's not supposed to be this gigantic power grab. It's supposed to be a position of sacrifice in a lot of ways, right? Because you are supposed to be representing an entire country full of people. You are supposed to be their leader. I mean, when you really think about what the presidency is supposed to be, it's the exact opposite of what Donald Trump identifies with, right? Because he's obsessed with power. He loves the power. He loves winning. That's what this has all been about for him. So, okay, you don't have to destroy the businesses, but you have to divest from them because you can't make a buck off the American people, right? You can't use your position of power to benefit your own business interests, and that's it. So, I mean, it's interesting because we've kept going through all of these discussions about political corruption during the election, and there was a lot of justified criticism of Hillary Clinton and her ties to Wall Street and how corrupt she is. I mean, crooked Hillary, corrupt Hillary. I mean, how corrupt can you possibly be? I mean, he's as corrupt as you can possibly be. He has his own business interests involved in what's going on right now. So, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But the thing that I worry about is it seems as though he has shown himself to be above the law, and he gets away with certain things. And if he gets away with this, I think the American people are really going to suffer.
Yeah.